Hello everybody, welcome to a one-off video, maybe not a one-off video, I don't know, on a game called Clouds Below, rather. Clouds Below. Let's restart it here. And it's a game that had the screenshots featured on Reddit the other day, and I did some digging, and I got a lot to say about it already. It was a game that I believe was made, was it in 7 weeks or 7 days? I can't remember, but it's not, I believe I'm not actually sure if the development is continuing on or not. I'm going to do more research on it, but it's good. So I'm using an Xbox controller. It's made for a PlayStation controller. But you also, I think, as of a recent update, can use keyboard and mouse, even though the UI indications won't make that clear. But we play as this character who looks great. You know, I'm not sure if it's intentional that you can't tell the. I already played through the game once. I should specify that. So it's definitely puzzle-y, or at least it looks like it's going that way. And we can see we have a rock here, and it's telling you look around with the right. This is sort of the tutorial phase, and you pick up a feather. Doo-doo-doo, very satisfying sound. X, which for me is A, to jump. Circle, which for me is B, to do a very high jump. Whoa! Whoa! How did I do that? You're supposed to stand on the rock to do it because you get launched. If you do that kind of a jump on those big flat rocks, you kind of go in the direction that the rock is facing. You can see the lack of arms is somewhat disturbing, perhaps. But then you kind of figure out why when you learn to jump, and then for me, left bumper. One, and the arms are wings. Oh my god! It's airstreams here. The art aesthetic looks great. It's very stylized, but it does look in some ways a bit unfinished. Whoa! Hey, it's never happened to me before. Almost didn't make it. It in some ways looks unfinished. Oh look, I didn't notice this before. Can I do that? No. Okay, these come into play later. You can play in the grass. Ooh, play in the grass. Also, you can tell that things are a little not great on the camera angles. Like, this motion is kind of jarring just to get a view of grass. And there are some situations where the camera does well, okay, there I'm forcing it to do weird things, but there are some other situations where your movement is interrupted by a change in camera angle. But that aside, it actually plays quite nice. That gliding we just did is surprisingly smooth. I would say that this is like even smoother than the wingsuit in like Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4, in my opinion. This is great. Every house has a snoring person, and they all have the same snore, which is awesome. But I want more than feathers. I played that such a nice, beautiful sound. I want more. I already know where some are, but I think I missed a bunch, so I'm gonna try to go back and in this playthrough get them all. As I said, it's pretty puzzly. It's a 3D platformer, obviously, as you can tell, but there are some interesting mechanics coming up very soon. But one of the main things that I want to make is that I don't know who the developer is. I should have looked up the name. I will put it in the description, as well as a link for you to download this game for free in its current state. Or you could pay if you choose to. One of my favorite models, and I think everyone loves a good old free thing, but you can pay what you want. And I had no idea if how finished the game was, how playable the game was, how stable the game was, and you know, maybe it's designed to play with a controller. Maybe I don't have a controller, and I didn't want to pay any money to play a game that I wasn't supposed to play. That I was only supposed to play with a piece of equipment I don't own, and maybe I wasn't aware of that because I didn't take the time to look it up. You can see some texture weirdness there, like, is that supposed to be black and square? I don't know. But, you know, it's not a finished game. And, I love flying. I love flying. It's a little risky. Sometimes you can go off in a weird direction. Whee!
「
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, well, maybe we should check over here. I want to get them all. I want to find them all. I don't know if in the end it's going to be story driven or if it's just going to continue to be sort of a more abstract hunt for feathers. Anything behind here? Snore. Snore. Okay, let's move on. But, yeah, it's so great to see that. And I'm probably going to throw a couple dollars. I might even throw $5 their way. Because, for a couple reasons. One reason being that I think the game has a lot of potential. We'll see some of some more mechanics in just a second here. You can see there's a platform with like a lift, but how do you change the lift? How do you do that? It's kind of nice foreshadowing. You have a lift system coming up. There's like a crank, but you can't do anything with that as far as I know. Alright, let's get down to this bridge. Here's a feather. So, okay, L2, which is reversed for me. I think they mean R2. I'm pressing L2. Oh, see, okay, it's showing both tooltips. So the right one pushes, the left one pulls, which is nice. So that was blocking our way. It's not blocking anymore with these beautiful, almost papery looking visual effects. Papery is not really the right word to describe that. More sleeping, more sleeping. But it's so beautiful. But yeah, so anyways, about that model, the development model, this way they can get people to test their game. No one's going to get mad at them. Okay, this is a pinwheel. If I blow air towards it, it'll spin and lower the lift. Oh my god. Lift mechanics. It's like steampunk, but not steam. It's like your own magical wind. Like the music as well. Music fits really well. Very adventurous, very cute. Very sort of like curiosity driven, everything about the game. And I got to play it for free, and I can see its potential, and I can get behind the project. So here's one of those flat angled stones. This is one of those situations where the camera angle helps, for sure. Like, I probably would wander around this area not really sure what to do, unless I could see that the camera angle is above up here, and it sort of controls you. I'm not moving the motion keys anymore. It's a little weird. I'd say that maybe needs a little bit more addressing. But like right there, what happened right there? Right? Like I felt like I was coming in with this camera angle, and then it flicked around for me. Well, either way. And I think we're supposed to go probably towards that red flag. Probably maybe off of this. I just did this like 5 minutes ago. I can't even remember. The particles are cool. Everything. I got to try it for free, and you can try it for free too, and you can get hyped about it too. And if you really want to see it go far, you would be wise, if you have the means, to support the developers with basically a donation, and that's basically what it is. And another thing that I respect them for. Here's another mechanic. Push wind and it'll. This is kind of funny. Push wind and it'll pull you along. Pull wind and it'll bring you back. Like scratching a DJ record. That was a terrible DJ noise. That sounded more like a dying pig. Yeah, so that's cool. And the feather. They do have a Linux build for this as well. It's made in Unreal Engine and it does have links for it. So that horn there just turned on the wind. So I can get this going, and you can see these wind streams, which are kind of like rails. I'm wondering. I'm gonna jump out of that real quick. I'm wondering if there are secret feathers down here. Oh, there is. I didn't see this before. Tricky. You could just fly right over that, but not us. 'Cause we're going big. We're going home. Yeah. So this is I'm not sure which build this is, but I'm not, and like I said, it was done in some short span of time, either for a competition or something like that. And I'm not sure if the development is continuing, but judging by the fact that it went through the Reddit post that was so popular, I don't think people would be talking about it if they weren't somewhat hyped for it. Okay, I didn't go over here before either. I just sort of flew right on through. This is probably just getting us back to... Yeah, okay, so now we're back on track. You can see I can lose speed if I pull up. If I go down, I'll gain speed. And if I pull up enough, I'll slow down to the point where I lose control. Okay, Okay, this is the next place we have to go. This is where we start getting into a little bit more puzzly. Everything was pretty straightforward before. I came here, and I saw this, and I saw the lift, so I tried to stand on it, and I tried to blow that, which you can't do. And I came over here, and I blew it, and I thought to myself, okay, maybe I need to get it like halfway, so I can do halfway, and I don't know if that actually works out. So I came back over here, and I saw this thing, and the camera angle changed to indicate, but this is where some of the camera angle weirdness, like where, I know because I did it before, but where is this supposed to bring you? You know what I mean? Like, you're clearly supposed to use your analog sticks to help yourself along, but it's not really clear to me. Like, is it the rock with the light shining on it? Well, I guess it's the light shining on the board, but the board has the flag, so I think it's the board. I mean, I guess that's pretty clear, but at the same time, this giant boulder next to me is pretty illuminated, the one I'm standing on right now, and I don't know. It took me a minute. Maybe I'm just dumb. I'm trying to provide some... Maybe the developers will see it. Maybe this could be a little playtest for them. I don't know. Yeah, that's a weird camera angle. What do you... Oh. I don't know. Anyways, I personally don't like cameras that move not on your own accord, but I do see how it helps you. It's almost a crucial part in knowing how to solve the puzzle. Moving on. So I did a lot of stuff, and then you come over here. I'll skip ahead to the actual solution. This is cool. Blow it, and then pull it towards you to gain momentum. Whoa, almost got hit in the head. Do it again, and donk! And the crystal comes down, yeah. Now, it's pretty clear where that lift comes into play. Which was a really satisfying moment to me. When I knocked that down, it was cool to do the physics thing, and then it kind of fell down, and I was like, oh, I solved a puzzle. And that's when I sort of realized that this could be a really cool puzzle. You know, one of the greatest puzzle games of all time is Portal, and that's because of the unique mechanic of the portals. And I'm not saying that there's not been puzzle games that have done pushing and pulling mechanics before, but I don't think there's ever been one that's, or I don't know of one that combines these physicsy push and pull mechanics alongside of a platformer where you're like flying and stuff. I think all of that could be pretty satisfying. And we're just getting a taste of it here. Big jumps, and now this is where things have the potential to get frustrating, I think, because I'm trying to, so I got my camera lined up and trying to put it on this pad. It made it very clear that it should be on the pad. It doesn't lock to the pad when you get it there, and if I choose to, here's another thing, I can't seem to jump on this thing with a normal jump, so I have to use this jump, which is pretty overkill, and then I have to kind of try to land on it. I guess if you just tap it. But now that I'm on it, it's a nice little ice skating rink, kind of slithering around. That's a little odd, but it works. Gets the job done. It actually really doesn't need to be in that exact spot, or maybe it does. Let's just push it back a little bit. Hey, sorry, God. The camera angle matters when it's which way you're pushing, which actually makes sense. Am I stuck? I'm stuck under this. Oh boy. Alright, let's do a pull. Let's pull. That's probably a better way to do it. I think if I click in the right stick, yeah. And let's jump up here. Okay. We go here, and we got ourselves another one of these things. Whee! Oh, I'm so close to falling off. I think we're stuck to it, though, so let's keep going. Oh, boy. Hope I don't fall off when we hit the edge here. Ah! That was close. And another horn. I haven't seen any feathers recently. Whoops. Wham, which again starts the wind, I think. And here you can see there's a couple pads going that way, but there's also a feather. I find it very easy to land, like to accurately land. This is wobbly. Which is good, because that's one of the things that I've found frustrating in games that have gliding mechanics, is sometimes it's a little too hard to land. And So here is... Okay, I have to do something different this time. I went the main route in the middle. I'm gonna go to the... I almost feel like I should just drop down. See if I can find more feathers. Let's do that. Whoa, this is weird. Am I walking, or is it... What the heck? Alright, let's get off of this thing. I'm in slow-mo or something. Hello? I don't remember if this was in slow-mo when I did it before. I feel like I'm probably missing some feathers here. Yeah, we're totes in slow-mo. Okay, a little buggy. Might be stuck on something here. It's beautiful though, isn't it? The lighting and everything. Either way, let's just go down to the man, that his music is loud. You would be surprised at how low I have my volume on for you right now. I'll be quiet. Where the heck am I? That's man, that's too bad. It had such an awesome ending, and now I'm ruining it. Oh, I got way up high somehow. Imagine that was... Here, let's just see if I can fall and reset myself to a better place. That would be cooler for you to see. Because it is quite a satisfying ending. I don't know how I messed that up. And, cue really awesome music. Ah, shoot, dang it. There we go. Alright, let's not muck around in the terrain and cause problems. Much more satisfying, no. Okay. I got too curious for this development build. When I'm fighting the wind, my controller vibrates when I pull up so that I'm about to fall. No more of that. Let's keep flying. Don't want to fall. Is that a cave under there? I kind of want to explore that little cave. But let's just land over here. Oh yeah, I found more feathers. I found 3 more feathers this time. I'm probably missing a few. I saw a trophy. Let's take a I'm not in Steam. I can't take a screenshot of that. Let's do a screenshot like this. Normal screenshot. And finally, beautiful. Very beautiful. Giant bird circling. Clouds below. Did I screw up the name of the beginning? Did I say below clouds? Clouds below. That is that, and you get back to the menu. So that's all there is of this game right now. I enjoyed it. I thought it has a lot of potential. I think I would like to go out on a limb and support this developer, especially because they bothered to make a Linux distribution and a Mac. I don't know about Mac actually. A Linux version, which you don't see, and I definitely commend the people that put in the extra effort to make Linux gaming a thing, as well as the fact that they allowed you to try the development build rather than pushing some early access BS down your throat where you're paying for a game that you don't know if will ever exist. Mad respect for that, and great game. My compliments to the developer. A great game so far, I should say. I'm not gonna say that it's ready to ship, but it's something that I think people should be aware of. Clouds below, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. See you the next one. Bye bye.